we go again. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 opinions. Welcome to the video. Women should chase men. One thing that makes a human being is our ability to ignore our biological programming and to change our behavior towards what our higher self actually wants. For instance, I get thoughts about punching people or robbing people or stealing police cars or being with the adult actress on the screen or lying about something or mouthing off to someone, but my higher self usually steps in and says, hey, I don't really want to do that. I am a human being and I agree to most of my culture's rules and I don't want to go to jail, and punching this person would be wrong and hurt them and hurt me, and I'm better than that. That right there makes human beings so special. We regularly choose the human path instead of the animal path, basically every day of our lives. So why then, when it comes to one of the most important aspects of life, dating and mating, are we still using our biological drives to rule how we approach it? In nature, when a male deer wants to mate with one or several female deer, he has to track them down, maybe impress them a little either with his size or smell or stance or strut or by fighting off another buck. Then he basically rapes the female deer, whether or not he had successfully impressed her. Okay, so we as thinking human beings in 2019 agree that the final part of the deer dating game, with the rape of the females, we agree that part is bad, right? Good, we're on the same page. But why then do we still cling to that first part of our animal programming where the men go out and search for the females and then have to make some sort of display of interest and woo the females and maybe even have to compete with the nearby males for her? Why haven't we as human beings come up with a better plan than this? We are no longer animals in the jungle. We have the luxury to step back and think about how we should structure our culture. Women should chase men, and then the sexual passion should be sweet, sweet, consensual sexual passion. We are halfway out of our animal programming. Let's keep going on this one. Now you might be thinking, well, women are just attracted to guys that come onto them. It's what they like. Also, men like to be the lead, and they like to be hunters. To that I say, okay, great. When it comes to men taking the reins during the sexual encounter, and maybe like he leads on the dance floor or something, all that is fine and natural for most people. But what I'm talking about is the dating game. The initiation and the beginning of a relationship should be the woman pursuing the man. Not offering anything sexual, just trying to find out about him and if she likes him. As I said in my previous video titled, What Do Women Want? Women should be shopping around for male personalities first, and then think about, could I really be attracted to this person? Because men going around shopping for what we have as our priority, am I sexually attracted to this person, might not be the best foundation for a relationship. But maybe if the woman thinks their personalities match, that might be a better foundation than if the man likes her face and backside. Because if a man walks up to a hot chick and she likes his style or whatever and his appearance, and they start talking, right away the man has his number one priority filled. She is very attractive. The woman, on the other hand, best case scenario, because he walked up to her, remember, so she didn't choose his looks. But best case scenario, her number two priority is filled. He is super sexy. Then she has to see if her number one priority is filled, his personality. And he looks for his number two priority in her personality. This gives the man so much power, and the woman is immediately on her heels. So in my ideal world, outside of our animal programming, women would approach men that satisfy a base level for their number two priority, his looks, and then she would immediately start prodding him about his personality and find out about who he is, if he is, and she could find out about who he is if he is being willing and receptive to this inquiry. He has to be consensual and, want to continue that, obviously. Women should be out at the bar or wherever they look for mates to shop for personalities. She doesn't want to prod through only the personalities that have the courage to come up to her. Her programming says that's what she wants, but I doubt she really only wants guys with good pickup game. Generally, what she really wants long term is a good life partner. That's what he generally wants too. Unfortunately, there is a certain reality. Women need to find life partners before men do. They lose their sexual and reproductive marketplace value quicker and more drastically than men. This is a fact. Therefore, women of a certain age need men more than men need women of that certain age. Therefore, women should be going around trying to prove themselves to men, not the other way around. If younger women look for older men, it mitigates this problem drastically. Women should be shopping around for amazing male personalities with a certain base level of sexiness, while trying to prove they are sexy enough for him and meet a certain base level of personality that he desires. Single men should be open to these inquiries, and I think would be if she meets a certain base level in the looks department, or has potential of a certain base level in the looks department. Then they just chat and see if they like each other. Nothing sexual on the table. After this process has been rinsed and repeated for several dates, you should have found out what you like and don't like about each other. After you know about each other's life plans and desires for having children and political beliefs or religious beliefs, after you find out where they stand on your deal breakers for relationships, understand who they are, and where they think they are going. After all of that, if something is not adding up in a major way, that relationship should not enter into sexual activity, in my opinion. If you guys are completely on the same page, however, then and only then should you be slowly diving into each other's sexual being. Having said all of that, people who just want to casually hook up because it's fun, go ahead, more power to you. However, I will just say that for me, I want life partners, and I don't think casual hookups are safe for a variety of reasons, and I don't think it's good for your spirit, especially women's spirits, and I think the majority of people want long-term life partner type relationships where they like each other's personalities / what they do in the world a lot, and they like the looks and or sexual aspect a lot. But if you just want random, dangerous, flippant sex, then be my guest. But don't try and pretend that's not what you wanted / are in the dating world. The fact is, just because it feels good or feels natural doesn't mean we should necessarily do it in that way or in any way. Now we're getting back to that thing that makes human beings so special, the choice. We agree we shouldn't rape. Like a lot of the sex that happens in the animal kingdom. I mean, there's no verbal consent or contracts there. So it's somewhere in our programming to do a little raping, right? And a little murder and violence, etc. So some of our biological ancestors, if not human ancestors, absolutely have done all of those things and worse. Please leave a comment below if you disagree. I think we would agree that most of us are clearly no longer under the spell of our programming as human beings in 2019, so why is our dating game halfway in the Stone Age? We don't have to be like deer just because we're both mammals. We don't want to be like bunnies or mice when it comes to social trust or dating. we want to have a system that works. No rape. That part absolutely works, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So we're halfway there. But the second half is women should chase men. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 thank yous for watching the video. Hashtag Dear Dating Game, hashtag Women Should Chase Men. Thank you for watching.